Bigbossjock, day 133 of the protest, episode 83 of the radio show, starting out another day, being outside doing the same, continuing with the protest in front of the F.B.I. field office, Redding, California. Working up on 5 months now. Missing about 10 more days. No, 2 weeks. We have 5 months. Then I'll be sliding in the half-year mark. The My 750, 750 kilohertz AM radio, Belde. Siguiendo con el protesta. Empezando otro día. Estamos martes 24 de julio. El protesta está faltando 2 semanas más para cumplir 5 meses. Episodio 83 del programa. El radio show del gran jefe, día 133 del protesta. Al entrar a mí, nuestro único Dios, nuestro Señor, Él es quien me ayuda a hacer la reino. Y yo digo gracias a nuestro Señor. What is there to talk about today? Bob Marley's giving us the tunes, supplying us with the tunes and music to do the rhyme by. I don't know, it's a bootleg copy from Jordan, I believe. 1991, 90, 89. In there, 90. Different time. Yeah. So it's a copy that most people probably don't have. But they're known songs of his. Bob Marley and the Wailers. What's been in the news lately? I noticed that Donald, it's as if he's promoting the word not true and tying that to the news. It's so that you don't believe what you're going to hear about him soon. And that the news of the day comes from one source that's all been approved. The USSR during the Cold War had something called the Politburo. The Yankee impression of that is what they're going to have soon. You, Yankee imperialist, the Politburo. The one that tells you the truth. Been approved. What I've been describing as subliminal techniques, those are going to be out there. As far as the fake and true, some of these techniques will show that they've been doing this for a long time, but I don't think they planned on this coming out. That's the CIA, DIA. You people realize they listen to me every day. Night also. I'm real tired of playing this game. I assume that none of you out there, yeah, that I'm a slave. They have the right to talk to my mind anytime, whenever they please, to open the mic on their ham radio. You wouldn't find that offensive? You people out there in the audience listening today? I'm subjected to this treatment because it's continuing as I do this broadcast. I receive no pay. I'm 47 years old. Technically, look up the definition. I'm a slave. Servitude? What did I do? Before I was even born, the idea of me, what is my DNA, the part that I must play, being implanted with a stem receiver, that idea was before my first day, my arrival here on this planet named Earth. Even that word's been hijacked by Yankee Sam. They say even. That word especially. They want to claim the whole place. Say the word, everyone thinks of one day, yep. The one that Yankee Sam claimed, they're going to save the place. Why they continue to trash, cannibalize the planet. There's a book that was written back in the 40s, I believe. Let me think. His name is, yeah, they tell me from the command center, so they just said it. Every time I go to say it, they tell me. No, the other one. His name is not the actor, and his name is Orwell. George Orwell. That book could be described as remote viewing in many ways. And I understand he made another one named Animal Farm. That was based on his political beliefs. Is communism the way to go that it existed in that time? Well, no, because it went away with the time. Was Yankee imperialism? Neither, and it's about to go away also. Neither side was correct. They were both about global domination over government, and this is where Yankee over-governing of the people. Free thinking isn't promoted. Always think within inside the parameters given by the ones who tell you the truth. But you know you're being deceived, lied to again, another time. Doublespeak. That's what it was termed in the book. Oh, I suggest people read the book 1984, written by George Orwell. Do as you would do if you read about Nostradamus. They were quatrains, not about them. Read his quatrains and apply to today. Because in the 1400s, Nostradamus wasn't aware of skyscrapers. And he didn't term it in such a way. Just a big, tall dwelling that reached up into the sky with caves in the side. That was reduced to ash, rubble, because someone termed mob boost. Could that be Osama and Bush put in the same word? I mean, he did call Sizzler Sizzler. He called him Hizzler. That's why he didn't call him Sizzler. He called him Hizzler for Hitler. Nostradamus. I give credence to someone who wrote predictions, had the date on his chest that his quatrains would be discovered because of his coffin being opened up, and whoever opened his coffin, they would be killed, meet their death quite soon. The story I heard, as they were digging up the body, the corpse, the man was struck by a bullet. Soldier. That was in the 1800s. Early 1800s, I believe. Yankee Sam doesn't talk about many things in their programming. No, that's boring. It's all about fornicating. Keep the people's minds centered on fornicating. And when you step away, you realize how boring. Sensationalism, everyone trying to get the high. Never going to be able to do what they see on the screen, but they'll try. Something to admire for the public. Once you choose to go put that pollution for an hour and a half into their minds. And what they're holding all the time, I mean almost always, even when they're watching the big screen, is that phone. They're chained, ball and chain. And they lug it around. I have a stimulus-receiver implanted. You choose to hold yours in your hand. You can't go anywhere without that. You, the public. I know some of you chose not to. And I'll say good for you. I did also. If I chose a cell phone, I did also. I chose not to either. I chose not to also. Now I'm confusing myself. I chose not to get a cell phone, like you. The very few. That would have been just an amplifier for the stimulus receiver. Walk around with the big speakers, home stereo system in my hand. I mean, that comparison to what it would do to my stimulus receiver. Mine, well, officially it belongs to the DIA. Can't be taken out. Not with me staying alive. Bigbossjock. I want only God, Father in heaven. He's right here inside of me. He helps me do this rhyme, and I do say to Allah, Father in heaven, thank you. Soy yo, el gran jefe. Al entro a mí, nuestro único Dios, nuestro Señor. Es quien me ayuda a hacer esa rima, y yo digo a nuestro Señor, gracias. Firmando fuera.